CHW is back in action. This is our debut in Springfield, Tennessee, kicking things off with a huge match right here. This man, the half owner of CHW Pro Wrestling, it's Chris Green. He's got his brand new manager, Big Business Mike, in tow, along with his friends, the CHW Tag Team Champions, the Wild Wolves. This is a grudge match. Right now, making his way to the ring, this is his CHW debut. It is Zeb Merritt. Last time, we saw as the fans, the owners, the wrestlers, and everybody involved in CHW wanted to pay tribute to the legendary Boogie Woogie Boy Gary Valiant. But Chris Green and his boys came down to ruin that. But out of nowhere, this young man, Zeb Merritt, made the save for Gary Valiant, and that's what brings us to this tonight. And right now, the action kicking off hot and heavy already. These two young men, they do not like each other. Zeb Merritt wants to stand up and fight for what's right, and Chris Green wants to do what he wants when he wants to do it, and he's not going to let anybody, especially a young upstart like Zeb Merritt, get in his way. So that's what leads us tonight. One-on-one for the very first time, Chris Green and Zeb Merritt in a battle of who's going to come out on top. The man fighting for what's right or the man fighting for himself. And right now, Chris overpowers his opponent, backing Zeb Merritt into the corner. Possibly a handful of hair there. I wouldn't doubt it. Not when it comes to Chris Green. Again, doesn't feel like the rules apply to him because he is half owner of this company. He can tell the referees what to do, the announcers what to do. He can fire anybody he wants, and he's run roughshod over this entire company at the dismay of the fans. Now, the fans have definitely taken to Zeb Merritt already, because he did the right thing in standing up for Gary Valiant, which the fans absolutely love. A young man willing to stand up and do what's right in the face of the odds that are stacked against him when he steps in the ring with Chris Green. Right now, nice reversal right there from Chris Green. Zeb Merritt's got no choice but to get to the ropes. Referee Uncle Ty right there to break the hold. This match continues. Kind of a slow start in this one. These two competitors feeling each other out. But like I said, make no mistake, Chris Green is furious at Zeb Merritt for coming out and sticking his nose in Chris Green's business, and there it shows right there. Clubbing blows to the back of the head, vicious chop across the chest of Zeb Merritt, drops this young man to his knees. Chris Green, known for those knife-edge chops, and there's another one. Takes the skin off his opponents, and Zeb Merritt's in a lot of trouble right now. Big, beautiful suplex by Chris Green, going for the cover. 1, 2. Not enough to keep Zeb Merritt down. It's going to take a little more than that. Chris Green asking for a quicker count from the referee. The referee's got to know his job is on the line. Chris Green controlling the action right now, raises Zeb Merritt to his feet, shoots him across. Oh, what an elbow to the throat of Zeb Merritt. Got him down. Look at this nonchalant cover. Zeb Merritt's not going to lay down for it as Chris playing games in the middle of the ring right now. The Wild Wolves on the outside laughing it up. Chris Green's having a good time now at the expense of Zeb Merritt. This debut is not going the way Zeb Merritt planned, but look there, shots to the midsection. Oh no, not enough. Zeb Merritt cut right back down to the ground as Chris Green maintains control in this one. Big Business Mike on the outside with the Wild Wolves looking on as Chris Green setting him up and down. Beautiful maneuver right there from Chris Green. Going for that cover once again. 1, 2. No, not enough to keep Zeb Merritt down for 3. This match continues. Chris Green against Zeb Merritt. And Zeb Merritt's showing a lot of heart in this one, taking a hell of a beating from Chris Green, but still fighting back and getting to his feet. What has Chris Green got in mind here, setting his opponent up on the top rope? Taking a moment to gloat and brag and laugh to the fans. Rushes into a big boot from Zeb Merritt. Zeb Merritt's taking the offense. No! Into a big cutter from Chris Green. Why? Why does Chris Green have to resort to the tactics he does so low down when he's as talented as that? picking his opponent out of midair and dropping him on his face right in the middle of the ring. Went for that cover, but again, the heart and determination in his debut match of Zeb Merritt, not giving in, shoots across, Zeb Merritt ducks again. Collision in the middle of the ring. Both men down. Uncle Ty, referee right now, administering the count. Both men down. Both men cracking heads on that one. Both these competitors, this match has changed. It went from being all Chris Green to now both men are down. It's a race to see who can get to their feet first. Big Business Mike on the outside looking concerned. The Wild Wolves on the outside offering words of encouragement to their man Chris Green. Both competitors now struggling to get to their feet. They're there. Big swing and a miss by Chris Green. Beautiful suplex by Zeb Merritt. So smoothly, Zeb Merritt switches around behind for another suplex. Chris Green is reeling. Look at this. Zeb Merritt setting him up. Olympic slam. Zeb Merritt's got to take advantage, and he does. Goes for that cover. 1, 2. Look at this. The Wild Wolves interjecting themselves on the outside of the ring, pulling the referee's foot and getting him distracted. Zeb Merritt's got a legitimate complaint with the referee right there. Look at Chris Green on the outside, forcibly taking that briefcase away from his manager, Big Business Mike. He didn't want to give it to him. He misses. Zeb Merritt's right there, sees it coming, rolls up. 1, 2, 3, he's got him. He's got him. Zeb Merritt pulled it off and won the match. Zeb Merritt has beat Chris Green. I can't believe it. Right there, referee's decision is final. Zeb Merritt has pulled off the unthinkable and has defeated Chris Green. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. The Wolves are beside themselves. Chris Green is furious. That briefcase that Chris Green tried to introduce, laying in the middle of the ring. These guys, look at this. What are they doing? Blaming Big Business Mike? This isn't Big Business Mike's fault. Big Business Mike was trying to do the right thing. These guys are out of control, but Zeb Merritt has pulled off the surprise victory of a lifetime in his CHW debut. How exciting! More CHW action coming your way right here on YouTube on CHW TN Live. Subscribe to this channel. CHW Pro Wrestling brought to you by Y'all's Electric, Fonda on 12th, Dapper Fades, Euro Cafe and Grill, Wrestling with Heart with Stanley Carr, Dapper Fades, and the Gimme Back My Pro Wrestling podcast. Join us November 8th in Springfield. We're back.